selection, Just Because, on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais, with me Steve Merchant and Karl Pilkington. We're all here then.
Oi oi.
About 1:05.
Yeah.
Got 2 hours to go.
I imagine you've got all kinds of treats lined up, Rick.
Well, there's lots of things on the show. Great music, you know, Nirvana, Radiohead, The Darkness, to name but 3.
Can I play something from Led Zeppelin later?
Yeah, please do, and maybe some Neil Young.
Oh.
Now, coming up also on the show, we're continuing a thing we started. We've only got 4 weeks to go before maybe we either give it all together or go away for a couple of months.
4 weeks or 3 weeks now?
Is it 3 weeks?
I'm not sure.
I don't know. I think it's the 16th of August, isn't it?
Cannot end soon enough.
Wow. Might be that it'd be a shame to end it forever, but it's all up to Karl. So, again, he's in a grumpy mood. We've told him to try and up his attitude, and it's them, it's the listener that counts, Karl, not us. We may be feeling bad, but you, the listener, count. You come first, yeah? Okay, up, yeah? Big 'em up. Big up London. Big up you, the listener. Karl, leave yourself at home for a little while, yeah? We're going to continue that thing we started last week. We're doing the list of the most hated people in Britain. It's not us, it's the listener. So we're, keep coming with those suggestions of people you just, obviously, you don't hate them. We don't want a list of mass murderers, dictators and politicians. You can't have them, but with
mass murderers and politicians, what's the difference? Oh,
good point. Good point.
Satire.
Satire, yeah. No, but that's we're doing some jokes like that as well, aren't we?
Satire like that.
We're trying to get onto Radio 4.
Trying to get on there, yeah.
And
if there's any kind of amusing show that perhaps takes a sideways look at the week's news and the new people.
If there are any Radio 4 producers who have been knocking around for about 12 years with the same old hacks and they're desperately trying to get on telly, they want to give us a call. We're not interested.
No.
We've
got bigger fish to fry. So if people that you hate, minor celebrities, people on TV, pop stars you don't like, email in ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk.
And I'll tell you what, then we'll do like the Channel 4 do, then we'll give you the sort of list of the top 10 at the end, and you can vote within that top 10. I'll tell you the ones out in front, though.
Could we wire up some kind of premium rate phone line so that we make a fortune?
We can't afford it, but if when you email in, if you could also maybe send us a lottery ticket, then, you know, we'll make something out of this. The ones in the lead, I'll do in no particular order, but these are the ones way out in front at the moment, is Chris Moyles, Robbie Williams, Chris Tarrant, Davina McCall.
Interesting.
I'm sort of surprised at, but I know that it's probably just
I think she's just been on TV too much lately.
Yeah, that T-shirt annoys me, Big Mother.
Sure.
That annoys me. We don't care. We don't care whether you're pregnant or not. Loads of people have children.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Get on with it.
And Dominic Mohan. So there's but think of your own.
There's a lot of people just coming up behind there, though. Graham Norton. He's just approaching from behind.
Oh, that's the sort of stuff. It's sort of like we've done satire, we've done innuendo. I mean, he's the king of the double entendre. Well, he's the king of the single entendre, but we can double it up if you want.
If anyone...
104.9, this is the sort of things we're available. Go on. I'm loving this. This is going to be good. I'm loving what's coming next. What?
If any of the producers of Carry On London are listening and they need some new talent to write some smutty innuendo, I think we're your men.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Karl, you better press the knob, right, to start the record. Spunk.
Ricky, I know you're a Neil Young fan.
Love him.
You probably won't have this album. It has basically not been available for years. It's never been available on CD before. It was part of this kind of trilogy of albums he did that were very depressing, and they've just been re-released. This is absolute dynamite. It's On the Beach. On the Beach, yeah. And that's the opening track, Walk On, Neil Young.
Brilliant. On XFM 104.9, that's the sort of stuff. You've had satire, you've had a little bit of politics. You've had, we said spunk, which is a bit naughty, isn't it? Which is a bit cutting edge. Yeah. And you've had Neil Young and Jane's Addiction, so...
I can't think of anything else I'd rather...
Down with the kids and everything, aren't we?
Yeah, pretty hip, pretty weird.
Yeah, so... do you know what else? I wish Tony Blair would just stop... doing stuff wrong.
Good, that's good. Who else is there to have a go at? Peter Mandelson or someone.
No, he's good, isn't he? Because he's good because he's gay, isn't he?
I don't know. I don't know
if he is. If he's not, then I'm sorry. But if he is, then well done.
Brilliant. Good to all gay people. Good.
Yeah.
Any underprivileged people, you're all brilliant. But people who are overprivileged,
Do you know what I like?
Go on.
Foreigners.
Do you?
All the mad shit they get up to.
What is
you see on the news. It's just that interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, crazy. I'm watching. I'm going. What are you doing that for?
What are you doing that for?
It's weird, isn't it?
Killing and that.
Yeah. So if you're listening and you're
and
Radio
good
4,
stuff. And good stuff and...
Yeah, well, yeah. Euro Disney, that's good. So, So anyway, that's the sort of satire and the way we can kind of tear apart popular culture and just get to the very nub bit.
Can I just leave with this? Do you know my favourite country? Africa.
It is brilliant.
Not strictly a country,
huge.
but
it is huge.
all the countries. Except the bad ones. Remember the bad ones?
Oh, evil ones.
Play a record. Anyone at Radio 4 is listening.
Yeah, we would like to get on some kind of satire show, please.
Longview and further on XFM 104.9.
Ricky Gervais, Steve Merchant, Karl Pilkington.
Yeah.
The Holy Trinity.
Yeah, going well at the moment.
Not bad, but you were just talking about foreigners.
Love them.
And I'll tell you something, I've been meaning to ask you this for a while, because I know you're a very well-informed man.
Yeah, political and sort of liberal and that.
Yeah. How does Chinese work?
With the language?
I can't figure it out.
No one knows.
I can't figure it out.
No one knows.
It's not like any other language.
No, it's not. It's not.
You know...
Either spoken or written down. Well, it's not written down, it's...
Well, when it's written down, it basically looks like kind of little children's drawings of those little paper houses that Chinese people live in.
Well, that's what it is.
And it's loads of them, it's hundreds of them from what I can make
But I mean,
out.
even French have a go. It's not, even the French haven't got right words, but they've got some of the right letters. And they're going, oh, hello, how are you? And it's sort of, they're trying to do the words, but there's just something wrong. I think it's like a speech impediment, I think.
Exactly, yeah. Germans are similar.
Yeah, Germans are going, how are you? And they're trying to do the words.
They're just English, but it's just
Chinese, no effort.
It's just, for want of a better word, it sounds to me, when I listen to Chinese, it sounds like gobbledygook.
That is a dialect.
I
think that's the main dialect. That Mandarin and orangutan. But I mean,
I can't. But seriously, I mean, I can't figure it out. I've got no grasp of how, because it doesn't seem to relate to anything.
Well, there's not real words because there are sentences. Like, you know, we have a word. If we said, a gentleman sits by the stream of fish.
I've said it often.
Yeah, we use all the different words to each one of those words, so we've got a word for each of them.
Yeah.
They haven't. They've just got. I think it's like a triangle with a line through it.
Right.
So, which can get confusing because you know.
Yeah. So the quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog.
That's just. That's what I think. That's like a little paper house with a feather on top.
Right.
But if we got
personally, this is what I would love to do. I want to use the fact that we're on the radio to answer these questions. Possibly.
Yeah. To tell me about other cultures.
I would love to speak to a Chinese person.
Yeah.
A Chinaman.
Well, or a Chinaman woman.
A Chinaman woman, I thought it's fine. But I'd just like to speak to someone, ideally perhaps, you know, a professor of Chinese.
Or someone who works in a chip shop, but someone who was actually born in Chinaland.
Someone born in Chinaland.
Someone born in Chinaland, a Chinaman or a Chinaman woman, just to talk us through exactly what they're going on about.
Exactly. And it's just because I'm very ill-informed. I've only really seen Chinese people in kung fu movies. You know,
Chinatown.
Chinatown, walking through Chinatown.
As we've said before.
Not really a town.
Not really a town.
More of a novelty street.
More of a novelty street, a slippery novelty street.
Exactly, yeah.
So,
because I remember watching Kung Fu a lot. They always used to speak, they always speak very slowly, don't they?
They do.
They're very kind of mysterious.
Yeah.
Inscrutable.
They never really they are unscrutable.
You cannot scrute a Chinaman.
You cannot scrute a Chinaman or a Chinaman.
They are unscrutable. They are non-scrutable.
Yeah.
If I was to go out in the street now and try and scrute a Chinaman,
you'd have no chance.
I would not, because they are inscrutable.
You could not scrute a Chinaman for love nor money.
They are anti-scrutable.
Yeah.
I could possibly scrute a Chinese woman.
Well, I don't think you'd have any luck. You've had no luck.
But anyway, if you are a Chinaman or a Chinaman woman who can just tell us basically how it works, how would you teach us the basics of Chinese if we were going to go to China and we wanted to interact? Where would we start? What would be the first words we would say? How would we say them? How would we write them? Please help.
This is going to run and run.
What's the number, Karl?
08700 800 1234.
See, proper North.
Whole lot of love from Led Zeppelin classic.
On XFM 104.9, I'm Ricky Gervais, with me Steve Merchant, Karl Pilkington.
We've not heard much from Karl this week.
We haven't heard much from anyone who can speak Chinese for us either, so we're not that one on the head. I don't think we'll be learning Chinese today, Steve.
What annoys me is I'm going to go out into the world still ignorant.
I know, yeah. The only Chinese I learned was from Benny Hill.
No, Benny Hill could speak fluent Chinese.
Well, the only ones I know is you silly idiot is Siri Iria.
Yes.
and Bloody Foreigners is Bloody Foreigner.
Yeah.
That's all. I mean, that's it's just a matter of it get you by in Peking, but I mean, you come in, you hit a dialect, and you know, your worms meat.
Sure.
Carl, yeah, we haven't heard a lot about from you. We've been going here. We've done a few features already. We've talked about different parts of the world, different parts of the globe.
Do you speak any languages?
No, not really.
Well, still struggling with English.
Yeah.
Yep.
Man, a few words. I mean, literally.
So
About 4,000, I think he's got.
I've had a lot of emails, actually, people saying, Karl, please don't leave, we don't want to see the show ending, blah, 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 blah.
And we've had a couple of calls for bringing back Cheeky Freak of the Week. And do you know what Karl said? He said, a bloke on the phone, he said, oh, bring back Cheeky Freak of the Week. He went, we can't, not allowed to, I don't know, you know. And he went, oh, go on. He went, well, no, I had a story today. A fella born with 2 dicks, but I can't do it. Now, Karl, you cannot not do a feature about a fella born with 2 dicks.
We'll look if we need it. I mean, how much more have you got on the Chinese?
We're done. We've done that. We've nailed Chinese. We've done it. That's done. That's put to bed. Fella with 2 dicks, please.
No, we might get round to it later. But like I say, Cheeky Freak of the Week. Sort of, we've put that on hold at the moment.
Sure.
Right.
So what have we got? What
are you providing then today? Have you got a quiz for us?
Yeah, we've got what's her name if you want. We've got
what?
What's her name?
What's her name?
No,
Is that a new one?
Don't know. Yeah, what's her name? Yeah. What girl am I thinking of?
Songs of Phrase.
Songs of Phrase.
We've got that coming up.
All right. Monkey News,
Monkey News is safe, isn't it?
Some Monkey News, that goes without
I
saying.
told a bit of Monkey News. I did a photo shoot at the zoo this week, and one of the people in charge...
Trying to make yourself look good.
yeah. They told me that they used to have an orangutan, right? But it escaped. It worked out. It lifted up a drain, got out the drains, and got out up into the zoo. It actually did a cold type escape, right? And Karl goes, what happened? I said, well, they sort of like, they surrounded it and sort of got it back in. He went, well, that's no good, though. I mean, it's not Monkey News unless it steals a car and goes to Spain.
Exactly, yeah, or opens a small
I mean, that's
bistro.
real. That actually happened.
Yeah.
But it's not real unless it, you know, takes a gun, gets mistaken from a president, and, you know...
runs the country for 3 years.
There was some more news about London Zoo this week about it. They're all excited because we've got an anteater in there.
Right.
This week. So.
Is that good? Is that exciting?
No, I think they've had an okapi born. It's got a long nose. It's like a sort of tapir type thing.
Not interested. I've said to you before about if an animal's named after what it eats, how interesting is it? Do you know what I mean?
But an anteater is the only one, isn't it?
Well, get rid of them. Do you know what I mean?
There's lots in there.
What other ones are there?
Well, there's flycatchers. There's lots of animals that are named after what they eat.
What's the flycatcher?
That's a bird, isn't it?
Seems ill-informed. I can't think of many beyond anteater. You're talking about, because you were talking about zoo though, and I was watching the news last night, and it had a feature about Madame Tussauds. And it was saying that they scrapped many of the royal family. Now, I don't mean this, but I've never understood the appeal of Madame Tussauds. I just genuinely, with no irony, cannot see the appeal of sort of having my photo taken next to a waxwork of J-Lo.
I know.
I can't compute why that would be fun. I don't know. What is it? Do they move? Because they don't move, do they?
No,
They
of
just
course they
stand
don't.
there.
I know.
So genuinely, I mean, it's so crowds of people queuing up and people queuing to have their photo taken with the royals. And
the queue would put me off immediately.
Well, yeah.
I mean, it's just down the road, isn't it?
So you go home to your friend and go, there's me, there's me with Kylie.
It's
me
not
with
quite,
Britney
is it?
Spears.
Her eyes look
Oh,
a
no,
bit
it's just
funny.
a wax effigy.
Oh, I thought you met her.
No, it's just a waxwork.
Right.
It's not even the real person. If you've been to Madame Tussauds, if you have any understanding of why the appeal there, email us.
Hold on, wait a minute. Let's not diss them, because they might melt down Ricky Tomlinson one day to do me.
Sure.
You never know, you know.
Or Rick Waller.
Yeah. So I don't want to put them off.
But seriously, I mean, I'm not...
You know, Roy Kinnear might be in there.
What is the appeal? Genuinely, what is the appeal? To walk around a number of...
But that's the same as lookalikes. When I see it at the back of the stage, and it's got like, I don't know, Susan Gooding is Caprice.
Yeah.
And you want to go, what do you do with her? Oh, 500 quid, she comes and stands at your party.
Yeah.
And people go, she looks a bit like Caprice. Yeah, don't go too close. She does, yeah.
It's like Caprice over there.
No, but it's...
It looks a bit like...
Yeah.
There was one in the back of the stage which was so-and-so is Jordan. And it was a woman who was sort of buxom girl wearing very little.
Buxom! Are you from the West Country?
I am. But I thought to myself, if you're willing to get your knocks out pretending to be Jordan, just get them out and become a pastry model. Stop pretending to be Jordan.
And call yourself after another Middle Eastern country.
Yeah.
Don't just... Yeah, don't just...
Very odd.
I know. God.
Very strange. But you've got a lookalike now, haven't you?
Yeah.
It's so odd.
But it's a bloke, right, sort of at his desk, right?
In the picture.
And it's David Brent.
Yeah.
And it's got Ricky Gervais.
Yeah.
So...
I don't remember, it's just an old fat bloke with a beard.
All right, don't have a go.
All right.
Play a record, Karl. I'll leave for that. Radiohead, there, and Go to Sleep on XFM 104.9. Don't go to sleep, we've got some more fun and great tunes coming up. Alright?
Just to let you know that we've had a few new entrants on the listeners' hate poll.
I noticed Chris Evans is cropping up.
Chris Evans has snuck in a couple of times. We've also had Jordan added to the list, along with Mick Hucknall.
I think that's because you reminded people.
I know, I mentioned her and...
Yeah.
Yeah, consequently.
Come on,
she's on the
think.
Mick Hucknall, and also, this is one I'm strongly behind, Daniel Bedingfield. If you've ever heard him interviewed, if you've heard him interviewed, he's such a knob.
Is he?
He really is a bit.
Don't get involved. We see the good about this is we don't get involved. This is not does not necessarily reflect our opinions. There are a couple of people that are cropping up that I'm right behind, but I'm not going to give that away. So don't give your opinion, Steve, because then our hands are clean.
Do you know who I love? Daniel Bedingfield. Bloody brilliant.
Do you know who I think is a comedy genius?
Go on.
Chris Miles. But let's move on. Let's not.
So anyway, listen, we'll be giving the top 10 of you, the listeners, votes. Probably about 2 o'clock, and then from that list,
if we remember,
if
Karl doesn't lose the list,
yeah, and from that list, we'll probably try and draw up the top 3, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, so quiz time. I know everyone's been looking forward to this. Which quiz is it this week?
Well, we're going to play along because he's done Songs of Phrase, where he cuts up bits and pieces from records. You have to guess the title or the artist, and makes a well-known phrase, i.e. a phrase that we've said a lot. And the challenge is that me and Steve have got to try and work out what it is as well before we will tell you the phrase, but let me just see if I can guess. Play it.
Tell me why, tell me why, tell me why. Don't they play the game of swing?
Right, I know what that is.
I didn't hear it. Can you play it once more for me?
I know what that is. Right, it's why don't they play the game of swing ball? Because that's what he said when he turned on and saw people in wheelchairs playing tennis.
And his point was...
Tell me why, tell me why, tell me why. Don't they play the game of swing?
Oh dear.
That is so naughty. This show's been a bit naughty, I think. I don't know what's happened to us. I think it's like sort of end of term sort of madness, but I think we've got to calm down here. We've been a bit naughty there. We said, bloke with 2 dicks. We said Chinese people don't talk properly, which is a little bit...
offensive.
Yeah. Know what I mean, Karl?
Well, they don't know.
Right, okay, let's leave it now.
Okay, stop there, Karl. Karl does not necessarily reflect the opinions of XFM or any other human being.
If you think that me and Steve have been being offensive, we are strongly behind the guise of irony, satire, and ignorance. Karl only has ignorance and hate.
Yes.
No, but as long as you say something good about someone, you can also say something bad about them.
How does that work?
Go on, and give us an example.
Well, Chinese,
Yeah.
yeah, great people, right?
Good.
The women really good looking as younger people.
No!
They get
What are you
older.
doing?
I'm just saying, as long as you know what I mean, there's good and bad and everything.
For every
Well, what are the
positive
old
and
ones
negative.
like?
They don't age well.
What do you mean?
The fella in Karate Kid, the teacher, was only about 36.
We started this. Oh.
Fact. So, songs of phrase, email in, ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk, right?
I have to say, Karl, it's very tricky this week. You've got some very obscure sounding songs there.
Yeah, just all we want is the artists.
I think just the song, Karl, mate.
I think
Actually, that's
harder.
hard.
I think
That's hard, yeah, the artist.
Just the artist, I know.
Okay, so these are the prizes this week.
Well, let's play it again so they can hear it. Try and work out all the different artists.
Yeah, why don't they play
the game of
swing ball?
Right?
Tell me why, tell me why, tell me why. Don't they play the game of swing?
That's tricky.
It is tricky.
That is tricky.
That is good.
But there's some great prizes, including, Karl, I can't help but notice, torn from the current, well, I think today's issue of the Daily Mirror.
What, he's giving away a giveaway?
It's a free CD from the Daily Mirror, which you can buy it, you spend 30p on the Mirror, you can get this anyway. But it's still in the piece of plastic that it came in, I love
Just
that.
ripped.
Anyway, there are some other treats for yourself.
Oh, you'll be loving getting that through the door.
So there's the Jingly Jangly Sound of Summer, Good Vibes, a 2 CD set featuring music from Crowded House, R.E.M., Simon and Garfunkel and the Beach Boys.
I'll tell you what, I've got the thought of another game. We can put Carl's into theory, right? I can tell him a sort of like a person or, you know, a people or a place, right? Or a profession, and he's got to come up with a good and bad.
A good and bad thing.
It is dicing with death.
Yeah.
Are we ready to do this?
Well, listen, if we're quitting in the next couple of weeks, then who cares?
Okay. Good and bad, right?
Well, hang on, whoa, let me just we're on the prizes here.
All right, okay.
So now 55. I know there's a
Okay.
lot of XFM listeners who are going to be looking forward to the likes of S Club 8 and the Fast Food Rockers. They're all on there.
I can't wait. What is their second single going to be about?
The Smashing Pumpkins. This is quite a good little compilation of sort of B-sides and live performances and stuff like that, which is not bad. The best summer holiday album in the world ever. I think we've given that away in the past. All sorts of stuff on there. Plus the director's cut of True Romance on DVD. The Tarantino scripted.
Oh, it's a great film.
Tony Scott
That's some
directed movie.
oh.
So there's some quite good prizes. Just play it once more. Carl.
So email in ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk.
Why don't they play the game of swing ball?
Just the artist, yeah? That's all we're after.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Right, anyway,
Tell me why, tell me why, tell me why. Play the game of swing.
Very tricky.
Brilliant.
Very, very
That is
tricky.
brilliant.
Right, bung the song on. I'll bung the song on now.
What?
Let's put a song on. Bit of Pharrell Williams.
Yes.
Good and bad. Good and bad. Old people.
Pharrell Williams featuring Jay-Z, that's a new single, and then Frontin', that's released on the 4th of August.
It's made me sort of feel funky, but in a chilled out way.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
perfect.
Need some adverts though, just to.
Oh, that would really help you.
Yeah. Darkness. I believe in a thing called love on XFM 104.9. Ricky Gervais, Steve Merchant, Karl Pilkington. Karl set the ball rolling with songs of phrase. Why don't they play swing ball? Referring, of course, to people in wheelchairs who play tennis, because he was disappointed they weren't getting around the court quickly enough. So why didn't they play swing ball?
Yeah.
Brilliant. Someone just emailed in saying because if they hit it to the top, they wouldn't be able to reach it to unravel it.
Exactly.
Which is a good point.
Yeah.
But I mean, nonetheless, good and bad in people in wheelchairs. Do you want to do that? Good and bad. Good and bad things about people in wheelchairs.
Good and bad.
Yeah.
Suppose. Don't know really. They take up less room in cinemas. They've got their own seat.
Good.
That's good, is it?
That's a good thing.
Yeah, yeah, good. Yeah, well done. Well done.
And what's bad?
Don't know. I'll have to think about it.
Okay.
But let's leave that, eh?
You started it. The hate list. Can I just return your minds to the hate list? I said on the hour that we would give you basically the top 5. Now, we have to stress, this is the top 5 most hated people that you, the XFM listeners, have suggested to us. We have not massaged these.
No.
We have not made these up. These are coming from you. Last week we began it. This week you've continued to email. So this is the list. We do not endorse this list. Some of them we may agree with, some of them maybe not, but it's the list that you have come up with. We are merely the messengers.
I tell you who was coming through recently. Cameron, but he didn't make the top 5.
I'm afraid he was just a late
Williams
entrant.
dropped out of the top 5.
Robbie Williams surprisingly dropped out of the top 5.
Yeah.
So let me tell you now, in no particular order, this is the top 5 that you're voting for.
XFM well, I say XFM listeners, people who listen to this show. I mean, XFM listeners aren't typical radio listeners, and I think our listeners aren't typical XFM listeners.
Right.
So, I don't know what this poll, what it's worth, what any poll's worth, but I mean, this one is probably worth very little.
I think in a way it's sort of worth less.
Yeah, go on then, who's the top 5 in no particular order?
We want you, the listener, to then just vote, email in with the one name that you hate the most, and then from this list,
Out of this
we
list,
can
yeah.
figure out the number 1.
Okay.
But this is in no particular order. Chris Tarrant,
Yeah.
a surprising entrant. Davina McCall,
Well, I don't think he's that surprising.
Well, anyway,
'Cause, I mean,
I'm not going to editorialise.
No, I'm not saying. I'm saying I imagine XFM listeners pretty much despise someone like Chris Tarrant.
Okay, well, anyway, Chris Tarrant's on there, Davina McCall,
Yeah.
Patrick Kilty,
Right.
Graham Norton,
Right.
and Chris Moyles. Now, I'm not going to say anything. Those are the names that you have drawn up. There are lots of others that didn't make the top 5. Richard Madeley was on there, Michael Flatley, Vorderman, bizarrely.
Michael Flatley's a weird one.
Very strange. So Jamie Oliver, a lot of votes for him, but he's not made the top 5. So those are the top 5. Just email in with the number 1 that you hate. And we're talking about someone
another pointless, inane poll.
Exactly.
And this time we did it. Oh, dear.
Moyles, Norton, Kilty, McCall, Tarrant. It's your choice.
Who would you have?
Ricky
out of this?
Gervais.
Who would you have in your list, Carl? You're allowed to talk because people know your opinions don't matter. So what?
I honestly don't really hate anyone.
That's
that
nice.
much. I'm not that fussed. Do you know what I mean?
We're not
I don't
talking so
like
much about hate. We're talking about someone that.
Yeah, we don't
annoys you.
mean
Someone
hate. You can't hate any of these people. All they've done was pop them up on telly. But I think it's people who, as one listener, she put it. She sort of, I think she had some of those, and she said, you know, I don't hate them. These are the people that if they pop on my telly, I have to turn over. You know what I mean? It's not. You don't hate them. You know.
Well, sometimes it's not their fault. It's like Davina, right? I used to quite fancy her, and now because she's always on the telly, it's like I can't be dealing with her now.
Sure.
But she's still the same presenter. It's just that I'm bored with it.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm not getting involved in it.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? Don't want to offend anyone.
Let me just give the email address.
But I mean,
let me just give the email address. I just said it, so look, talk over it.
Okay, I'm going to do Carl's top thing.
Ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk. That's also the email address for your answers to this week's Songs of Phrase. Play it again, Karl, if you would.
Go on.
Tell me why, tell me why, tell me why. Play the game of swing.
We just want the artists, is that right?
Yeah, that'll do.
I've got two that you don't like. Not that you hate them, but that you sort of like don't agree with them. Would Liverpudlians be in your list?
Probably.
What about gay fellas in toilets looking at you?
Well, I think they've sorted that out. So.
One of the prizes this week in Karl's goodie bag features this song. Play it, Karl. The Monkees. Pleasant Valley Sunday.
God.
Monkees, Pleasant Valley Sunday. Brilliant. XFM 104.9, Karl Pilkington.
This show is monkey heavy, isn't it? It is monkey heavy. Karl, if you were president, would you sort of make it compulsory to maybe have a little monkey? Everyone has a little monkey of their own. Little chimps out and out, old age pensioners.
It's not a bad little. It's funny, you know, because there was a story the other day when I was looking for Monkey News. Right? There's a story about a couple who couldn't have any kids, right? There's something wrong with them, but they really wanted a kid, and they got some dodgy email address where they could buy a baby online, right? It was someone who would have a kid, and you could buy it for $3,000 or something, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, they got one, they got picked, and they're like, brilliant, there's the money. Got the baby and everything, they were loving it. You know, playing with it and stuff. As it got older,
Feeding it.
it got airier.
Oh, shut the oh, Karl!
Turned out they'd been sold a chimp.
You maniac. You stupid mank twat. Don't talk shit. That is as if... what?
didn't know it.
Oh, don't talk. Are you mental? You
I love the fact
stupid...
that didn't make it into Monkey News.
I know, yeah.
Well, it's a bit sad though. We don't like to bring the feature down.
Yeah.
But
And
anyway.
how long was this into... It got hairier. They're born hairy. They're not born like humans then develop hair, because they go, hold on, we better get the chimp stuff kicking in now, because we're in the jungle.
School photograph, they were like, hang on a minute. It looks a bit weird.
Oh, you are just the rubbish. Mad, innit? Mad, innit? Mad, innit? Imagine, oh, God.
But
Just
anyway.
imagine if he was in charge. We did put him in charge of the country.
Terrifying.
Wouldn't it be amazing? Let him run the country.
Just for a week.
Or the mayor. What would you do if you were the president or the Lord Mayor of London or the
Prime Minister Karl.
I wouldn't do it like he's going to be offered it. It's a hypothetical question, Karl.
No, but Suzanne was, right, my missus, if you're a new listener.
You keep her, sure.
Yeah, help her.
She was watching the news, trying to follow some heavy stuff. And I'm like,
The weather?
Do you know what I mean? I just was like bored, and I was reading about that mouse that had an ear on its back and stuff like that. So she said, will you take notice of this? Should be, you know what Ricky and Steve are like. They try to teach you stuff and you don't even want to learn. So to try and get me interested in it, she was like saying, what would you do if you're president and stuff?
Yeah.
And I can't be doing with any of it.
What did you come up with? You must
What would
have.
your slogan be?
What did you come up with? Did you come up with anything?
I had a little, the design of it, right? I said I'd have like red and blue, to sort of, do you know what I mean? Both sort of major sides into one.
Yeah. Well, that's broken the back of it. That's a pretty good manifesto so far. Anything else? What's on the second page?
I had like, KP looks after me.
That would be the badges, would it?
Yeah.
That's good. I'm a KP nut.
Yeah. KP looks after me.
Yeah, brilliant.
That's about as far as I went with it.
What would you do? What about, policies, transport, crime, just law and order?
Yeah, what would you deal with crime? What would your initial approach be? Would you introduce guns? Should police carry guns?
Nah.
No.
Yeah. Would I have to worry about that?
Okay. No, good point. Good point.
No, what I'm saying is, though, I mean, Tony Blair isn't sorting everything out, is he?
No, but he has a say in most things.
Does he? Well, go on then. What are the problems at the moment? I need sorting out.
Well, generally, what's the best way to combat? Would you bolster up the prison system? Would you introduce more community service?
Would you go harsher for say I don't know drugs? Would you go harsher or less harsh? There's pros and cons to both, isn't it? Because of course you can't see to condone it, but some people, you don't want to go through the court system and cost taxpayers thousands of pounds of money for someone, I don't know, the difference between smoking a spliff and dealing crack. Do you know what I mean? You have to all these things. Have I lost you?
Yeah, I'd just think about it for a bit. Do you know what I mean?
Brilliant.
You think about it for a bit.
Yeah.
Probably ask Suzanne.
This is amazing.
Get her help on it.
Yeah.
Now, what about the foreign situation? Would you have supported Bush in his war on terrorism? You're aware of this war that we had recently?
Yeah. Sure. I mean, if I was new, though, couldn't I just say, look, new slate, do you know what I mean? Let's start again.
Yeah,
Right.
of course you can.
I'm in charge now, let's see if we can sort this out.
What would you do then?
Then see what happens. Just
Brilliant.
Suck it and see.
Brilliant. This is excellent.
Now,
So
this is not really your jurisdiction. This is not really your area, but I imagine you'd have some powerful friends who might have a say in it.
Go on.
Yeah. What would you do about single-sex marriages? Same-sex marriages?
See, this got it's Cameron. I thought Cameron had blown it on Big Brother because they said, what do you think about gay fellas getting married? And he went, no, in the Bible it says, a man and a woman. And I thought, he's put off a lot of...
Yeah.
I don't think many Christians tune into Big Brother, but we know the gays love it.
Yeah.
They love Big Brother, don't they, the gays?
Yeah, so interesting. But
what
would your take be on that? Same-sex marriages?
And then what? Having a kid?
Well, just let's start off with,
That's all right, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Just let them get on with it. If it's not affecting anyone else.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Right? But it starts getting tricky
Right.
when you get a kid.
Okay.
Go on, why?
Well, it's just tricky, innit? Do you know what I mean?
Well, yeah, you could be right. I'm not giving any... I mean, we're not... There's no right or wrong
It's
answer.
all right if you were if you lived in the jungle, right, with no one else,
Yeah.
right, and you just had these two fellas, right, looking after you, but because you got no one else looking in on that, saying, "Oh, you're a bit weird, aren't you?" Do you know what I mean? But as soon as you come to...
why have they got married? Do you think that gay people turn to a bloke because they couldn't get a woman? If there's two fellas go away and they're in the jungle, they go, we're definitely not going to find a woman here. We might as well bum. That's not how homosexuality starts. People don't...
It makes you wonder if...
No, it does make you wonder. Gays don't go, well, I'll tell you what, I haven't seen a woman I fancy yet, I'll try a bit of knob.
No, but what I'm saying is, right, if you're brought up in like a little jungle, right...
Yeah. How are you brought up?
Someone just puts you there. Right?
don't
Let
know
him
what.
explain.
I don't know what
Can't be
this
bothered,
now.
Steve. I can't be bothered.
Go
running
on,
the
mate. I'm
country.
listening. I'm fascinated.
I can't be bothered running the country. Like, I'm too much trouble for you.
KP takes care of me.
All right, then, fair
yeah,
enough. What
okay.
I'm saying is, right, if you're brought up in a jungle,
Yeah.
Right.
right, on your
What do you
own-
mean brought up?
Just let him finish.
What does he mean
You
brought
understand
up,
what he
though?
means? Like Tarzan.
You've got to tell me what you mean by brought up. Wolves, chimps. What?
Right, well, there's a good example of what I'm saying to you.
Right.
Right, what I'm saying is, there's a fella, right, he's brought up in the jungle.
Shut up. Just let him
What do you
finish.
mean
Let him
brought up?
finish.
There's no women about, he doesn't know about women, he doesn't understand what women are,
Right.
right? But another fella walks in the scene,
Yeah.
and he gets pally with him.
What does he talk about?
Then they've both got needs.
This scenario is ridiculous. How has he lived? Or do you know what's his reference
I
points?
can't be bothered with this. Honestly, Saturday should be, day off and that, not worrying me about problems.
God! Oh! Oh, God!
KP takes care of me.
Oh, dear. Elbow. Fallen Angel on XFM 104.9. So, there we go. Karl as president. He's still confused, aren't you, Karl?
Just a little bit sort of amazed
Yeah.
by the body.
Yeah. You're in
Just
awe
the-
of it, aren't you?
Just the way,
I'm amazed how two people can buy a baby on the internet for £3,000 and not realise it's a chimp till it goes to school.
no, but seriously, what we're, talking about there during Elbow and Fallen Angel, we were talking about that I think
Yeah.
if you're locked up, well, not locked up in a room, you've got a normal life, except there's no women in it,
Yeah.
right?
But how would that happen? What would his point of reference be? How would you bring
Right,
up
hang
a
on a minute,
person
can I just ask you
and
something,
totally...
though?
Go on.
How can infinite monkeys and a typewriter?
Right, again, I've told you before, right? That is not... You don't actually have to test that model. It's basically a model for that explains the nature of infinity. Okay?
Yeah, but
I've told you before. It works because of the definition of infinity. There's nowhere in the world you'll ever be able to get an infinite amount of monkeys and typewriters to
But anyway, all I'm saying
Yeah.
is, I think if you don't know about women, would you crave for a woman, even though you don't know they're around?
when you hit sort of puberty, your hormones will kick in and you'd start getting urges.
But for what? If you don't know about it?
You don't have to know about it. If you grew up and you started feeling hunger, you wouldn't go, I wonder what that is. You'd go, get me a sandwich, I'm starving.
It's different though, it's different.
But I'm not. But we're not
Body's
saying
weird.
it's all hardwired or people can't change their natural state. We do it all the time. We fight nature all the time with conditioning.
Body's weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right,
Well, that's that one. I'll tick that. It's weird, isn't it?
No,
I'll
the body is. There was something.
Yeah.
Did you read that thing the other week about?
Man with two penises?
No. We don't need that. We don't. Need that.
Lawyer who got in office realised he was actually an orangutan and they just shaved him and put a snooze on him from Hugo Boss. And the funny thing is, he won the case and the judge said, well, don't send him back to jungle. Let him set off on his own. Bodge, wibble and podge. You'd make the best judge in the world.
No, there was a fella.
Here's a banana.
There's a fella who was in a coma for 20 years. Just they kept like taking him through like the normal day. They take him to Alton Towers and stuff. He doesn't know anything about it. Just kept going through the motions. Don't know if they kept charging him. Kept putting him through all that. He eventually came out of it. 20 years.
And went, stop taking me to Alton Towers, it's shit.
I just thought,
And
imagine how much
stop
post he
making...
had.
Eh?
How much post?
Oh,
Did you read about that guy in the paper, Karl? He, sorry, on the internet. He in about, I think it was about 1984, 85, he had a terrible car accident.
But this must be it.
He went into a coma.
This must be what he's talking about.
Well, they didn't take him to Alton Towers.
Of course they didn't. but you've got to try and decipher the truth from the conjecture, from the thing that I mean, don't forget, Karl says, realises that he's had a dream. He talks to Susanna, goes, that was good, wasn't it, last night we were in the plane? She goes, no, that's a dream. He goes, oh yeah, where's my cornflakes? You've got to, you know what I mean, I can now decipher what he's actually seen, what he's read.
Well, go on, what did you...
Well, I'm assuming it's the same guy.
It is the same guy.
It was a guy in some small American town, and he'd had a car crash, and he'd gone into a coma, and his wife had left him. She'd gone on with her life, because he'd been in a coma since then, and he had just woken up recently.
Marriage wasn't working.
Marriage wasn't working. He just wasn't paying enough attention. She was pregnant at the time, and so now his daughter is basically the same age as he was when he went into the coma. And he's just started coming around. He's just started making jokes. They said, how do you feel? He said horny, which I thought was quite witty for a man who'd been in a coma for however many years. But anyway, yeah, so he's slowly trying to rebuild what life he can.
That's
what do you make of that, though? Because the thing is that he's missed. Imagine what he's missed, Karl. Imagine the music that he's missed.
Live
the TV
Aid.
programs,
Missed
the
Live
news.
Aid.
Live Aid. He
missed
The
Phil
Spice
Collins
Girls.
playing in 2 continents in one day.
Which, frankly, I'd be devastated if I discovered that.
Missed Bros.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he doesn't. So he'd put on ripped jeans and they go passe.
They just have to send him a series of those I Love 1986
Exactly.
programmes with Kate Thornton filling him in on what he's missed.
Exactly. Peter Kay reminding him of space operas.
Yeah,
he remembers
Richard Blackwood
those.
talking rubbish.
Yeah.
So extraordinary, though, isn't it, Karl, to think? No, obviously.
So,
not.
had he aged much? Because he hadn't had any problems or anything, no worries.
Well,
Is
he probably wouldn't have, physiologically, he probably wouldn't have the wear and tear of a 43-year-old man.
Was that a good
Because
kid?
he wouldn't have had sun, he wouldn't have had sort of nicotine, beer.
Unless they were just feeding that to him.
Yeah, anyway,
To try and
still.
bring him round.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
You'd feel groggy, though, wouldn't you?
yeah, you might feel a bit groggy, yeah. Yeah.
Well, he's not fully back to normal. I mean, there's some
it's-
kind of residual brain damage.
Yeah.
But nevertheless, he can form sentences. He's got no real memory, so he can't remember a lot of things.
It was just when I saw
Karl,
it,
have you
that's
been in
what...
an accident?
So, giving the answers out for what's his name?
Oh, later. Play a tune. I'm
Yeah.
bored.
The Snoop Dogg?
Oh, play
Yeah.
Snoop Doggy Dogg from 1993. And What's My Name?
Long time ago.
It was indeed.
10 years ago.
XFM 104.9, Ricky Gervais, Steve Merchant, Karl Pilkington. Songs of Phrase. We've had very, very few entries. I really think people aren't interested. They really have just given up. I mean, seriously, Karl,
That's the one thing. That's the one thing you contributed to this show, Karl, and it's the weak link. I think
missing link.
in the chain, the missing link. Oh, do you reckon there is one, Karl? Do you reckon they'll ever find the missing link? Wandering around Manchester.
Wait a minute, Karl. The stats then. Let's have the answers if we can.
Right, it was,
Well, let's
specials.
play it once more.
Alright.
Tell me why, tell me why, tell me why.
Specials.
Yep. Jermaine
Play
Jackson.
the game of swing.
Right, it was, Play the Game of Love. I think that was Wayne Fontana and the Mindbenders.
Right, you think, but you're not sure.
Louis Armstrong was the, Don't Mean a Thing if it ain't got that swing.
Yeah.
And Queen, Don't Stop Me Now, We're Having a Good Time, and that.
We're having a ball.
We're having a ball.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, considering you yourself weren't entirely clear, I think it's only fair to give it to Paul Brown, who got some of the answers right.
PB, you are getting those prizes.
Well
they
done,
are
PB.
on their way
They're
to you
winging their
now.
way to you. Okay, the stats are in for the XFM listener hate list. Some interesting results.
Go on then.
Reverse order.
Okay, in 5th place.
In 5th place, interesting, Davina McCall.
Yeah, I think that's is a reflection of being on telly all the time and that running out of stuff and being a bit over the top and yeah,
4th position,
yeah.
Christopher Tarrant.
Okay, well, I mean that's I wouldn't have thought he's the favourite.
There is
Role
a
model
joint
of- go on.
2nd place.
Go on.
Graham Norton
Yeah.
is alongside in 2nd place. Patrick Kilty, which means Chris Moyles is the winner with an overwhelming vote. And I swear to God, I have not done anything to those stats.
Yeah.
That is exactly as they've come in off the email.
We do not give our opinions on this.
Do
That
not
was the
condone that.
XFM listeners, but well done.
Thumbs up, you all win a
We're going
prize.
to play you some nice records because of that, aren't we?
I reckon they'd sort of prefer some ads.
Either's fine.
Yeah. Forget About Tomorrow on XFM 104.9. When I was at university, my best mate was a bloke called Wally, and he was doing psychology, and I was doing philosophy, and we both got into this theory called determinism, which is about the state of the mind, and it's a materialistic view that everything is part of the causal web, and everything has a reaction for something that happened before it, and by the way, Karl, do not confuse this with fatalism. Determinism is not predictive. It's just that if a brain state happens again, then anyway. The famous
Everyone
one is, the famous one is if a butterfly hadn't shaken its wings, Queen Victoria wouldn't have sneezed. Everything's inextricably linked, right? We're thinking that, right? And we're thinking, what if you changed one word in like classic songs or one note in Beethoven's symphony? How it just wouldn't work.
Well, I've always thought that. Come on, baby, light my fire.
Yeah.
Not as good. That sounds brilliant.
Yeah.
Enigmatic, interesting. Not so good. More pedestrian if it was, come on, baby, light a fire.
Just one thing wrong.
Yeah.
That would be great. Just Paul McCartney comes to John and he goes, "All right, John, written a song." He goes, "Well, she was just 17. Well, you know what I mean. The way she looked was way beyond compare. I wouldn't dance with another."
I'll stop you there.
Go on.
I'll stop you there.
What's the matter?
Something not quite right with that. I love the song. It's great.
Yeah.
Just once more for us.
Listen, don't be too harsh. I mean, because we write our own songs.
No,
we
sure,
can still put both our
John,
names to it.
I think you're a great talent. I think you're a great talent.
Well,
I'm just saying...
listen, you hippie, right?
Well, not yet.
Well, not yet, but I mean, there's a Japanese bird outside looking in.
Don't fancy him, I'm not interested.
No, well, listen,
And I'll never change my view.
Right, now listen, right? I wouldn't dance with another.
It's that bit.
Is it that bit
That
you don't
bit's
like?
not
Is it the...
working.
I just like the...
Could you try and... Is there a different pitch you could go?
I wouldn't dance with another.
Say it again.
You don't like the... Is
I'm
it the
just
noise?
not sure the girls are going to go crazy for it when we do that
just
bit.
Just think of...
Is there anything else you've got?
I love the idea of just changing one
Yeah.
lyric. Radiohead. Well, that was their classic song. Creep. You can't really change that, can you? Burke. What if they called it Creep? I'm a Burke. I'm a twat.
I'm a knob.
But don't worry about determinism, Karl.
Please.
Just because it says we don't have a free will as such, it's more an illusion. It's not whether we choose our choices, whether we can choose, to choose our choices.
He knows all this.
But don't, as I say, do not confuse it with fatalism. It is non-predictive and does not change anything. I mean, the moral upshots are frightening because if we have no free will, then are we culpable for our actions? But again, it changes something because you've got to take people out of society that are harm.
Karl has often said that.
All right, Karl?
Am I still the president?
Yeah, go on. Yeah.
No, I'm just asking. I'm not.
Yeah, what would you do? What would you do about determinism? Change it.
I'd have a day off.
If you were president of America, would you ban guns? It's in the Constitution. Everyone's allowed to have them.
I don't know. I'd have to think about it.
I just love that. Imagine all your different aides and the Secretary of State and generals coming to you, and they come out and they go, "What did he say?" He goes, "He said he's going to think about it." Again, did he say that again, did he? Yeah. What was he doing? He was on over looking at monkey news. Apparently, a chimp stole a car and drove to France.
No, monkey news. You're talking.
I'll tell you what, shall we have a great song, then monkey news?
It'd be an absolute treat.
What about a little bit of David Bowie, Sorrow?
Yeah.
Didn't write this one, but, I mean, he sings it bloody well. David Bowie, Sorrow, on XFM 104.9. Nearly there, but, we're working our way up to the grand finale. The bit where Karl spouts absolute nonsense from a dodgy source on the internet about a monkey who did something impossible.
Let's cue up the jingle.
Hang on. All right.
Perfect.
Oh, chimpanzee, that monkey news.
Right. Let's have a look. This one's from some woman, right?
Yeah.
And she was taking part in the London to Brighton bike ride, right? Lovely day, weather's good and everything.
What year?
She's just a couple of months ago. She's done all the training, right? Done all the training and stuff. Got a brand new bike for it. Got a little puncher outfit and stuff, all set for the day, right? It's a nice day. She sets off. They all start pedalling and that on the way to Brighton, right? So she knows the route and that. Got her little headphones on, cycling along. Suddenly...
Right, okay, I'm going to stop you now. If a cyclist overtakes her and it's going really fast and it's sort of hunched over, but it's got like lots of cycling gear on and a helmet and goggles, and they can't tell what it is, but they just know it's like a little hairy fella who hasn't bothered shaving his legs, which is weird, isn't it? Because cyclists usually shave their legs, and this bloke had really hairy legs. But and it won. They gave it the medal. It won 3 years running. They gave it the key to the city. It had its own game show, and then someone said, "Hold on, though, this fella's sort of hunched over, and he's only 3'5", and his arms are longer than his body. It's a chimp. If it goes anywhere near that, we're never doing it again."
More monkey news next week.
She's cycling
So
along.
anyway, she's cycling along, right? And this tricycle...
I couldn't predict that.
There's always one element you can never anticipate.
Yeah. Got a kiddie's tricycle with a little kid on it, little hairy kid with a helmet. Okay, just go on then.
Well, the tricycle comes...
Whizzing past, yeah.
him.
Strong legs in those chimps.
So she's thinking that's... But didn't get a chance to see the thing.
Oh, yeah, couldn't quite see the cyclist. Oh, God! You bald mank git. Go on. Yeah, research scientist Karl Pilkington.
So anyway, she gets to the end line, right? And they got talking, that, so it was a nice day, nice race and all that. So did you see a little thing on a tricycle?
Thing? Well, a person, surely, just a human. Did you see that? No. Did you see that bloke on the tricycle?
So anyway, turns out...
Tricycle.
Yeah! But what did you say thing? Well, no, there's no suspicious. I mean, what did you say? Did you see that fellow on a tricycle?
Anyway, so it turns out...
Go on.
It was a chimp.
You're joking!
Right.
Well, Christ almighty, there you go. Unbelievable, and it was a chimp all along.
So anyway, right, so the woman's like...
We're never doing this again.
checking out the news, right? There's nothing on it. She checks out XFM Monkey News.
Right, okay, I'll stop you there again. Right, if it turns out she does on the news, right, and the circus goes, we're looking for our chimp, it used to ride this tricycle, and it escaped with police chasing it.
No. So she listened to XFM, see if I'd picked up on the story.
Yeah, sure.
I didn't have it and stuff. So she got in touch with the organisers of the London to Brighton bike ride, said, look, saw a little hairy fella.
Why did she care?
Because she wanted to know. She thought it was a bit odd.
Well,
Turns
why-
out it was a chimp. They weren't happy about it. Of
course not.
Because now the owner of the chimp wants to enter it into the Tour de France.
No! Oh, God! I'm gonna die! Oh, God!
In 2005.
Now, a couple of questions. I trust you'll be able to answer these. Go on.
Oh, God! Steve, help me out.
How did it get hold of the tricycle?
I don't know.
Okay. Okay, no, that's fine. That's not an important point.
Like, that's important.
How
What's the
did
matter
it-
with you, Steve? He doesn't know that.
How did it know to... well, firstly, how did it know which way to cycle? But more importantly, how did it know there was a major bike ride on that?
Just following the crowd,
No,
Steve.
no.
What's the matter with you?
The owner of it had trained it and stuff.
No, he hadn't!
It had already done the run beforehand, before the big day.
No, it hadn't.
Like I say, it wants to do the Tour de France in 2005.
No, it doesn't.
But there's something about animal rights. If they don't let it enter, they can kick up a bit of a fuss.
The animal rights is that it's cruel to make a chimp ride a bicycle.
Not if it
that
wants
it's
to.
prejudice that it'll go, is it because I is hairy? You idiot!
Right? So...
Wow, that is the worst. That is the worst one yet. Absolute twaddle. Absolute rubbish, Karl.
Have you got a tricycle?
Unbelievable.
Last tune from us this week, The Eels, Novocaine for the Soul, XFM 104.9.
Yeah, you've been listening to Ricky Gervais, Steve Merchant and Karl Pilkington. Karl, been a good show. Well, I hope you've learned. What have you learned? What have you learned from the last 2 hours that you'll take away with you?
We've talked about a lot of stuff.
Yeah, go on then. But what's sunk in? What? I'd want to know what has sunk in the last 2 hours. We have talked about a lot of stuff, but what will you take away? What will you learn or think about? Like, what resonated for you?
Probably the kid, that turned out to be a monkey.
Right,
That's probably up there with them.
Right, you brought that to the table and it's rubbish, so next. What have you learned? Not what did you say?
Just reminded me that I'd prefer to watch the people in wheelchairs playing swing ball. That's still sort of floating about.
More your sort of thing as well, more that you brought to the table that you already had in your head that hasn't changed. I'm more thinking of did I hit anything out of your head and replace it with something useful?
Gay people being good parents and that. If gay people had a kid, they'd be good.
You obviously also are now more aware of the difference between determinism and fatalism. You'll be taking that away with you, I thought.
Yeah.
And that animals, you know, if they don't get their rights, you know, they will. What will they do? Will they march, or will they, like, you know, try and stand for office themselves? What do you think they'd do if you say if we didn't allow a chimp to enter, you know, the Tour de France? What do you think we'd do?
Who's going to stop it? Do you know what I mean? Who's going to stop that? I mean, you're asking me if I'd be president, what would I do? Yeah. That wouldn't be high up on the list to sort out. I say let the kid have a go. Do you know what I mean? Let him have a go in the race. What harm is it doing?
Not a kid though, is he? A chimp?
Well, do you know what I mean?
Can I also just remind you of something else we've learnt today?
What?
This is from the listeners. Turns out Chris Moores is a bit of a prick.
See you next week.
Yeah.
Excellent.